Hi, good night, guy. When I read the Quran, I found a verse saying that God or Allah does not like the aggressor. So after reading this, I don't support Hamas because Hamas was attacking Israel, and when they attacked Israel, they killed the civilian, took away the civilian as hostage. 240 people were taken by Hamas militant to Israel, like kidnapping them. So from this is obvious that they are the aggressor. So because the Quran says Allah doesn't like the aggressor, so I cannot support Hamas. And surprise me, many Muslims and even the Muslim leaders and the Muslim supposed to be learned Muslim are supporting Hamas. That puzzle me why they do that, whilst in the Quran says God does not like the aggressor. I have to be very careful to support Hamas because I have to have a guidance just by reading the Qurans make me decide not to support Hamas because they are the aggressor. So that's it, guy. And then I have seen video of leaders that talk about supporting Hamas, and I sometimes make comments as such that Hamas is the aggressor, and wonder they got my message when I just commented that Hamas is the aggressor. They should think more of deciding supporting Hamas. It's obvious these leaders sometimes that they talk about the international court condemning Israel. Well, they think a lot. Why not a simple thing like believing this sentence in the Quran and believing that Hamas was the aggressor? It was obvious they start the attack, and by this way decide who to support, the aggressor, which is disliked by God mentioned in the Quran, and thinking about all this the past story, and the land belonged to Palestine, things like that. To me, that is not important, because I heard that the Palestinian was selling the lands, and then after that they act aggressively to the miner at that time. The Jews were minor at that time, and then they will fight. Of course, the loser will lose. When the loser lost, they also lost the belonging, which is common in war, that the winner will get the spoil, and the spoil could be anything they have, and also the land. So that has been the rule of war. So especially one is defending, the other is attacking, and then the attacker lost. Of course, when they lost, they're also losing something. In the past war, when a group of people lost in the war, they are also taken. The women and children were taken as slaves, and their belongings were a spoil of war. So when the Israeli were there, the Arabs were attacking the Israeli, and they lost the war. And of course, when they lost the war, they also lost the land, and because it was their action of attacking the group of people. And I have been following this Israeli war from the first one was 1967, I remember, when I was still teenagers. And then there was another war, Yom Kippur War, 1973. All these two wars, the Arab lost the war in two occasions. So of course they feel frustrated losing the war, and start to think that Israeli is the aggressor. But actually we should look at it, who started the war, who was the aggressor. And I think that was missing when the Arab lost the war. The people think that the Jew of the Israeli were the aggressor. No, I think that's not the way they should think. They should look at what was going on. And of course, in October last year, when Israeli were attacked, and some of the Israeli were taken as hostage. Of course, the Israeli have the right for self-defense, and of course they responded with attacking the militants who had kidnapped the Israeli. That is not act of aggression. That is not an act of aggression. That is self-defense. So we have to be clear when God said that He does not like the aggressor. So the aggressor had been HAMAS. Confirm that I support Israeli for their war, not the aggressor. Thank you very much for listening. Salam.